Hello, welcome to Better English in Tacoma. My name is Linda, and today we're starting a two-part series on the sounds of S and Z. Both of these sounds are made with our mouth in the same position, but the S sound does not use our voice, and the Z sound does. These letters are similar to other pairs that we've looked at, where one is voiceless and one uses our voice. To pronounce the S and Z sounds, you place your tongue very close to the ridge of bone just behind your top front two teeth. And then you blow out, letting the air flow around your tongue and out the sides. With the S sound, we don't use our voice, so it sounds like this. S, 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 as in the word Sue. For the Z sound, our mouth is in just the same position, but we do use our voice. Z, 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 as in the word zoo. So the S sound in Sue, the Z sound in zoo. Now this sound can occur at the beginning, middle, or end of a word. So first we're going to look at some words that have the S and Z sounds at the beginning. See if you can hear the differences between the sounds. Sip, zip, sewn, zone, seal, zeal, sap, zap, sink, zinc. You may want to take a screenshot of this page so that you can practice the word lists on your own. Now the same S and Z sounds can occur in the middle of words as well. So let's look now at lists of words where this sound comes in the middle. Fussy, fuzzy, muscle, muzzle, precedent, president. Now notice in these words that the S sound is with the letter C and the Z sound is actually made with an S. And we'll look at these instances in our second video in this series. Goose, choose. Now these words both have the same last four letters, the O-O-S-E. So one has the S sound, goose. The other has the Z sound, choose. So sometimes it's very hard to know which sound a word is going to have. And then we also have sister and scissors. Sister with two of the S sounds, and scissors with an S and two Z sounds. The S and Z sounds can also occur at the ends of words. Let's look at this list and listen again for those differences in the sound. Bus, buzz, gross, grows, fleece, fleas, price, prize, base, bays. And you see again that the spellings can vary. We have the S sound here being formed by a single S, a double S, and a C. The Z sounds are formed by a double Z and S's and a YS in that word bays. So let's look at some sentences. This first sentence is going to use the S sound. I'll read it once, then we'll read it together, and then you can try it on your own. Sandy said her sister acts like a spoiled princess. Let's read it together. Sandy said her sister acts like a spoiled princess. Now you try reading it on your own. Great. Now let's look at a sentence that uses those Z sounds. Again, I'll read it first, then we'll read it together, and then you can try it on your own. Zach deserves the position of advisor to the zoo's design team. Let's read it together. Zach deserves the position of advisor to the zoo's design team. Now you try it on your own. And we see in this sentence that the Z sound can be made by a Z or an S, and that sometimes it occurs at the beginning of the word, sometimes in the middle, and sometimes at the end. And in the word zoos, it has the Z sound at both the beginning and the end, but one is made with a Z and the other with an S. Our last sentence mixes the S sounds with the Z sounds. Again, I'll read it once, then we'll read it together, and then you can read it on your own. Susan is surprised that her niece Hazel loves to dance to jazz music. Let's read it together. Susan is surprised that her niece Hazel loves to dance to jazz music. Now you try it on your own. So we see that the S and the Z sounds are made with our mouth and tongue in the same position, but the S sound does not use our voice and the Z sound does. We also noted that the spellings can be very different. There are different letters that make the S and the Z sounds. So it's hard to tell sometimes whether you want that S or Z sound in a word. So next time, we're going to look at which letters make each of these sounds and give you some guidelines to know on when to use the S sound and when to use the Z sound. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we look forward to seeing you again on Better English in Tacoma. Have a great day.